What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer. This is just a random bonus video. I've been collecting these like replays over a little bit of time now. We'll show some more like meta matchups with Invoked Dogma. This deck has been basically changing like since I created this YouTube channel. This was one of the first decks I played. I used to run a bunch of random stuff in there, and go into like totally awesome and. It was basically Invoked was always kind of there, and what's been around it has shaped so much. And as I watch more competitive videos, I watch a lot of DB Grinder. I think he has some really, really good content. I also learned something new here too. I have a lot to say apparently. No, but Magical Meltdown has to resolve on the field. I think that's pretty obvious. Well, clearly not to me, but I think that's why Cosmic Cyclone basically negates magical or like any field spell. If you activate a field spell and you activate Cosmic Cyclone, it has to activate on there. Versus like a spell card, like if I were to activate Shaddoll Fusion and use Droplets, the effect would still go through. It's just different for field spells. In case you didn't know, I learned that lesson last night, so there we go. But I'm still okay. Ecclesia is here. And then I can set Shaddoll Ruck. I can crash into, his Fleur. He still has the G-Shot negate, but I can actually go into Construct. Man, I really like Shaddoll Schism. It's such a fun card. And if you have your Shaddoll account like high, like it gives you actually a lot of versatility. I'm pretty much the only player left in the world who it feels like actually runs like a real Shaddoll package, but this is a purposely going second deck, so that's kind of the point. Last card in hand is Ash. I just wanted to go into the Wing Dragon of Ra. Although he would have impermed it. It still would have had a pretty decent amount of attack, though. Would it have been enough for lethal? Because it wouldn't gain the life points. It would just have the base attack. No, it wouldn't have been that much. Dude, App Cologne is... Man, it's so much better than I think I knew. First of all, it's a dark, and dark is the most common attribute in Yu-Gi-Oh, of course. Also, the way to negate attacks, it can't be destroyed by battle. I mean, it's awesome, man. Aerial is one of the newer additions. I'll do a new deck profile. I feel like I do one every week, but well, the format changes too. Like that's part of it. I don't think my old deck lists are bad or anything. I talked about this in one of my favorite like kind of budget cards, of the format. And this card is insane, man. Bouncing cards back to hand, non-targeting can make a big difference, especially when you're running stuff like Forbidden Droplets. You can attack over something, bounce the other one. It really forces your opponent into so much pressure, and that's the kind of the advantage of this deck in general. Like. Sometimes you play these really hard going second cards and then it's like, oh, it looks like I won the dice roll. Let me go first. But nope, you're always going to be going second. And if your opponent forces you to go first, I have plenty of gameplays like that. Or if I'm playing a matchup where, these cards just don't get it done, then I can side in some stuff and go first too. Like it's all, it all kind of works out. I'll keep going against Sword Soul here. I feel like I have the same opening every time. You never want to open up too many of your Shaddoll monsters. It's not the greatest feeling in the world, but you do run stuff like Invocation. You do run Shaddoll Fusion to like hard do these things, They didn't have a great opening, but okay, Imperial Order comes down, which you would think is kind of bad. I didn't have Maximus in my last deck profile. The deck actually has changed quite a bit. So I can go ahead and banish the Almirage. I can dump App Cologne and the Elder, popping the Fleur because I already got his negate out of the way. Windy obviously is. I like to summon Beast. This card's like kind of bricky technically, but it is like a draw engine because I'm running the Wing Dragon of Ra. That's obviously kind of like my thing. Shaddoll Schism so good. So like I can't run Product Prosperity because the damage obviously is half, so it just doesn't work. I can't run any of the Apodav cards, so like being able to draw 2 cards and discard, especially with such a high Shaddoll count, actually is half decent. It's half decent. Okay, so another sword. I think I have 2 more against Sword Soul, just in general here. I think you get to see this card in action pretty well here. You don't want to see the Winged Dragon of Ra in your opening, but because you want to see Ancient Chant instead. What are you going to do? We'll go ahead and crash there. His Omni Negate is just gone. See you later. He does have the Imperm, but I do... Okay, but I already had the punishment in hand. He goes for Emergence. I'm pretty sure if I just pop this, he's not going to be able to do anything. I can send an App Cologne, especially because I feel like that's the only thing that he has. Yeah, the Pot of Desires just got him a Vishuda. Vishuda's going to be able to bounce something, so that's like definitely decent. I can't go into the extra deck because of, you know, punishment. Maybe I shouldn't even have summoned this. I'm not sure. I'm going to get a little more extra damage, so that's kind of nice. He does try to, well, he does, you know, basically destroy it, but at least I get the window, you know, on there. I guess I should have gone into the what's it called, the Secure Gardener, but I didn't. Oops. I think he had a light in his graveyard. For some reason it wouldn't let me do it. I don't know. The Gamma can try to come down, but I do have the negate for it, so I was just, yeah, I was, you should always be cognizant, like, when you're in the end game about going against Nibiru, and I think that's what I was doing. And I was like, okay, I don't need to summon anything else anymore. Let me just finish this off. Here's Sword Soul, and then we'll go over, like, pretty much everything else. Schism and Windy in my hand again. That's just funny. What are you gonna do? But this is pretty nice because, you know, Shaddoll Fusion can be chained really well for Forbidden Droplets. And I think he's going to get a pretty full board here. And yeah, this is it. Didn't set the Imperm, kind of surprising to me for some reason, but alright. We'll go ahead and negate those. And Construct can come down. Shaddoll Beast is going to draw me an extra card. I draw into an Aerial. It's alright, I suppose. And there we go. Here comes the Emergence. Construct can give me the Shaddoll Fusion back, and then I did have the Ruck anyways. So I'm pretty sure, I think I should just wait, or, you know, the Forbidden Droplets is going to go ahead and negate the Baroness there. Meh. What are you going to do? Use the effect there, go into Shaddoll window just to basically prevent him from making any more plays for the rest of the turn. Not that he could have, but alright, Shaddoll Fusion once again. That can go into an App Column that's going to negate the effects of the Baroness. I can banish his graveyard, add the Shaddoll Fusion back to hand. Then I can normal summon Alistair. He does basically have this, the negate, but yep, I did App Clone just a little bit earlier. I think I actually ended up using Alistair in these with the Shaddoll Ruck to miss timing for the Imperm and to give myself, you know, more advantage, which is okay. Imperial Order again comes down, like, ugh. It's nice that the deck has an out, I suppose. This can't be destroyed by battle, straight up, so now we're in a really weird game state. Because I banished most of his, like, cards, right? With the Aerial, and I don't know what he banished off a Pot of, so a Mo Yi, a Long Yun, and an Immersion, so he can't search it. So let's see. Oh, yeah, he's got a Mo Yi there. Mo Yi. Look at all these spells. Unreal, right? I do run the water, and I run it for a reason. That's pretty cool, man. At least to me. He activated his own Pot of Desires. Can't do that, son. But yeah, I thought I was really kind of the fun part of the replay. I run this mostly because of the you know, Guardian Slime, because you can just hard fusion summon it. Or at least you can fusion summon to get into the graveyard to, you know, get your Ancient Chant. And I also run the water invoked in the extra deck now too. So just more ways to get it out of your hand so you can actually use the effect. Alright, anything else like Salad? Meh. We'll do Fluenries and then Eldritch, and then we'll just finish things off there. Alright, go ahead and activate Lancia. He didn't have anything. Alright, good for you. Evenly matched, I love to play this card, especially like in game 1. If I were to kill someone with the Winged Dragon of Ra, they're thinking like, okay, like let's just not play around evenly matched. It's kind of like this, like a good zigzag type of card for me. Also, it's just good in general. You can set up some really nice boards, you know, with this deck. Ecclesia can come down. I'm actually just going to keep the Almirage and maybe protect my cards there. Jack in the hand. I will grab his playstarter, the Rabina. He did have the gold sarcophagus. Not too shabby at all. But I will negate the effects of Eaglin. And, you know, obviously Almirage is still on the board, so I can use that effect. And once I negate that, like, he's not doing anything. Okay, and Eldritch. Oh, this looks pretty good, right? Skill Drain, Dimensional Barrier, it's 2 Solemn Strike. How do I even win this game? We'll see. I can pop the Eldritch, you know, with the punishment. I'm going to try to hold on to it. Well, I guess not. Well, I know what that is. App Cologne, he's going to negate the... I'm not going to be able to get the Schism to hand. And there we go. Conquistador is going to search him another Sanguine. I have a bunch of these in my hand. I kind of wish that I would, you know, have like a Shaddoll Fusion or something. I can hard do it. Okay, I don't know what he called, but it's not like I can use anything. Not too bad to set these, and like now I'm like just in the duel again. This must have been game 2. Obviously, I don't main deck evenly matched. A top deck was Performance Trick Clown, like another unfortunate draw, really. And yep, there we go. I can use Invocation, and then I can probably, like, you know, send to pop the last card here. Or I can, you know, grab the Ruck. It's an interesting choice. Ancient Chant can come down. And he doesn't have enough juice, man. He doesn't have enough juice to, you know, send anything. This was 2800 attack, so he couldn't have sent Elder either. So that was a pretty cool duel, honestly. Even though I had evenly matched, I still ended the game somehow with it. Looks like he's playing Invoked Eldritch. That's kind of interesting, actually. I forgot about that. It's been a while since I've seen this replay. Gamma. I took out Gamma. The reason for that is I am trying to finish my opponent off with the Winged Dragon of Ra. So if I'm preventing him from going into the extra deck, I'm like playing against Shaddoll Fusion, if that makes sense. So it kind of feels better this way. He's going to give himself a big body, protect himself. I guess that makes sense. He has 2 Alistair in hand. I have a meltdown of my own. We'll see how I'm able to get over this. Although, yeah, I can send it off the graveyard for sure. I can, you know, keep the Secure Garden. It's always kind of nice to have that kind of protection there. The Ecclesia, like, this is pretty old, right? So I don't even have Maximus, but I may not have even searched it out at this point anyways. I'm going to go ahead and negate the Invocation there. Which is just super good. Although he did have multiple copies of Invocation. I only run 1. But I guess, you know, he's kind of proven why you need to. I'll just go ahead and pop that, and then I'll pop the Eldritch. See you later. And that's it. That's it. Okay, so then I think we'll just start going in order, maybe. Utopia. This is a deck that I'm going to take a look at, like, really soon, I feel like. I've played it, like, 2 matches against it, and I've just been super duper impressed, dude. The new support is really awesome. They're all just able to, like, combo off one another. There we go. He's going to try to go into a big body. I will go ahead and use Gear, you know, Cyframe Gear Gamma to get that body off the board. He does go into Do Wharf Go Glove. What a card. He does have number 41, and it's not an easy card to get around, honestly. Kind of the cool thing about being able to set Shaddoll monsters that, like, at least gives you a chance. And we'll see what ends up happening. The Windy is just going to get me into a Beast, because the Beast is going to search me a couple cards. And then he goes into a Zeus. Alright, I mean, that's fine. We'll see what I can draw into. Draw a couple cards. I do get the Alpha, so he's forced to use Zeus, like, pretty early. Which is no big deal to me. I still have lots of gas in my hand here. And I think I'm just going to be able to pop the Zeus. Did I already use Nadir's Servant? I don't know. Couldn't I have used Nadir's Servant, pop the Zeus, go into Ancient Chant attack directly? Might have been a misplay. Okay, so this was like one of those scenarios where he wanted me to go first, or I wanted to go first because he was playing the Synchron deck and he was just putting a bunch of massive bodies on the board, and I was like, I don't think I can even break this. Not with the cards that I play. You could still set yourself up for some pretty nice plays here. App Cologne. I can go ahead and just dump the Ancient Chant. Don't need it right now. And then I can grab the Maximus. Maximus can, banish that. I have the negate for the Nibiru, luckily for me. And then I can send that, give myself, a Fleur. I had the Wind Pegasus also in the graveyard. So it's going to work out pretty well for me because I can also go into a Shaddoll Ruck. Or the Shaddoll Schism, excuse me, which turns into a window, meaning that he just can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! He can't special summon. So that was good versatility there. These are really, really, really fun duels here. This is against Salamangreats. This card is amazing against Salad. So good, so good. He has a Droll. He has the Effect Veiler. And he's going to be able to set himself up for a pretty full board here. And there we go. There goes the Salamangreat Mirage Stalio. I love the combo that goes into Firewall Dragon. I may end up looking at Salad again because I haven't played it since this was unbanned. It's at 1. I'm sure it'll even come off less of the ban list. I'm sure they'll give them multiple copies of Mirage Stalio. The Roar comes down. No big deal. Ancient Chant. And if you've been watching these videos, man, that is just so sick, dude. Through a Roar, an Effect Veiler, a Drollin Lockbird, it doesn't matter, dude, because these are all going to get sent to the graveyard. Performance Trick Clown's going to special summon itself. The Windy's going to special summon from the deck, and then I can dump, really doesn't even matter. I don't need it, whatever the last dump was. That's good, man. It just shows how good this deck is, or can be, I should say. Can be. Okay. Once again, Salad is going to go first. He may thought that I was going to want to go first this time, but nope. So these Lightning Storms aren't going to be doing jack diddly do. Still has an Ash there, and the Roar. He's going to be, just fine. All right. So the Alpha is going to bounce us back, so now his Roar is offline. He does, Ash the Alistair. Then I can still use, summon back, I should say, the Alpha. I can hard summon the Shaddoll Ruck. That's the advantage of running so many Shaddoll monsters, at least in my opinion. Windy can go ahead and dump. I can, banish the Ancient Chant. Special summon, or I should say normal summon, this for 11,000 attack. I still have 2 bodies left on top of all of this to go for game. That's just good, man. That's just good. Good stuff. Here's Predaplants. Why not? I am always going to opt to go second, so the Super Poly is pretty menacing. I run a lot of Darks, but this is special summon from the extra deck. I could maybe go into an App Cologne. I'm not sure. I'm gonna pop the background. No Super Poly, or dude, thank you. You know what I mean? That works for me, dude. You want to Super Poly your own Phoenix Enforcer? Be my guest, because there isn't going to be a next turn. Guardian Slime triggers, off of the performance Trick Clown. I can grab Ancient Chant. Ancient Chant gives me the Ring Dragon of Ra. I can banish that, summon all 3 of these bad boys, and just have 12,000 attack. That's game. Alright, there is no effect, bro. That's it, man. Just gains a bunch of attack. Here's Heroes. This looks like a pretty decent opening too, but I now run really high impact hand traps instead of the Gamma, meaning Droll and Lockbird more specifically, which I think works out a lot more because it doesn't technically fully impede their plays. He's still going to be able to go into the extra deck, but my Shaddoll Fusion is online. So this is kind of the best example of I could possibly give, and for that change I talked about a little bit earlier. Fusion Destiny also comes down, so he's going to, I think, get a pop here. It doesn't really matter. I actually probably should. No, I shouldn't have summoned the Guardian Slime. That is legitimately just an objectively wrong decision. So we'll see how I'm able to get out of this, because I could have triggered a bunch of stuff off the Shaddoll Fusion, but He lets me top deck something. I'm going to force out the Phoenix Enforcer. He still has to be able to destroy something with the Dystopia. But I will go into App Cologne. I'm going to banish his graveyard. Ariel, it's just too good to play right now, honestly. It really, really is. And there we go. Ecclesia can now come down. Ecclesia is going to search the Fleur. Fleur can go ahead and negate the Dystopia so he doesn't have the, the negate anymore. This is going to gain attack. I'm going to go ahead and get over his link there. I don't really have great follow-up, but I'm going to specifically crash into this so I can grab the Ruck. So a little bit of 600,000 IQ play. During the main phase, this only can activate during the main phase. He's going to try to activate something. I'm going to go ahead and send the Dystopia off the field, and now he can't special summon more than once. We'll see what he ends up using, because he does have the mass change. So I think this is special summons. Okay, so he does go for the Honest Neos. Neos, I can grab another Shaddoll Fusion, sure, why not? Alright. I'm still going to have the Ruck next turn. I run 2 Winda, although I think I'm really thinking about changing that to, to App Cologne, because I think it's like almost more ubiquitously good. He did go into the Dark Law, but I mean, I'm just going to, attack directly, or attack it, get over it. No need to search. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate that I don't have Shaddoll Fusion, but whatever. I did go into the into this one. I'm not even going to try to say it. You can't use neither player can special summon monster cards from the hand or graveyard using spell or trap effects. You truly just never know, right? You truly never know. Okay, Fluffles. I don't think there's that many duels left. But this is really a great opening. He may have forced me to go first, I'm not sure. But in any case, Makaba. And then Makaba with the Draw and Lockbird probably is going to put in enough work to get this done. Toy Vendor, I believe, is going to draw a card. Edge and Sabers is also going to add Frightfur. Okay, so then the draw can come down. I think I had ignored Shane on from the beginning, so like I shouldn't even have given him the opportunity to search all those cards. But all right, whatever. All right, so they can go into the Purgatrio. Decent, I suppose, because it's at least going to deal piercing battle damage. Meh. With the Forbidden Droplets, I feel pretty comfortable though. Dark Rule and Amor. All right, fair enough. I'm not taking damage for the rest of the turn, so he is gonna completely bust my board. And I remember when I was playing this, I'm because this turn took so long, I'm like, I just lost, right? He's just gonna hit me for a gajillion damage. And I'm like, wait a second, Dark Rune or I can't take damage for the rest of the turn. So we'll see what he ends up even just going for. Okay, Bahamut Shark, that's pretty solid. And then he also has the negate here, but. These 2 cards, man, are something else, man. They are something else in terms of going second. I'm going to get over his whole board. Then I can probably, bounce back something. And there we go. Shaddoll Fusion can still come down. So the Winda, obviously. I shouldn't have used the effect of Special Summon, to be honest with you. That was just kind of dumb. Because I should have used the Alistair Invocation. That should have been my last Special Summon. Shaddoll Dragon's fine. Well, I'm still good, right? You can't special summon more than just one time. I don't remember if I did the Dragoon deck or not. Let's see. Alright, so, Forbidden Droplets here. He does have Evenly Matched. He does have Super Polymerization, so this guy's feeling pretty good. Alright. The Red Eyes Insights. This dude's running, multiple copies of, Dragoon, man. He's running multiple Dark Magician. Good for you, dude. Good for you. Alright, we'll go ahead and negate that so I can use the... I was going to try to use Shaddoll Fusion. Did have another Ash. Hate to see that. And I'm going to end up bouncing the Dragoon because he does run the Wyvern, so it can't come back now, luckily. Nadir Servant is a very good card. App Cologne, and then I can, do this. Honestly, I feel like I maybe could have waited one more turn or something so that I could, banish one of his Wyverns. Here comes the evenly matched. All right, but the Ruck is still really, really, really important. Because if he activated Red Eye's Fusion, upon activation of Red Eye's Fusion, I could have activated Schism, and then he wouldn't have had a chance to negate with the Dragoon. It just would have been straight up sent off the field. And I could also do Apkalo too. Doesn't really matter. They're both darks. I can only special summon one time. He's going to destroy all spells and traps. Sucks, man. It feels like he just has all the right cards. He can't destroy this, so he's going to just have to get over it for the 800 damage. It's not looking super great. The Ruck can come back to hand, which is pretty good. I try to bait him out with the Invocation. I mean, the Invocation really isn't doing anything at all, but okay. Elder can pop the back row. That's a super polymerization. I'll negate the effects of Dragoon so I can crash into it. Okay, there we go. Very nice. I can attack there. Let's see. Another evenly matched. Another evenly matched. Yeah. And I don't think I had any targets left. Ugh, that's so frustrating. Because I think I went through both of my, Shaddoll windows. Or my, or maybe this was even before I was running to... Yeah, I think this was before I was even running to El Shaddoll window. I learned my lesson there. We're in a really simplified game state, man. Really, really simplified. I'll go ahead and set the Joel and Lockbird. He ain't going to be searching all that much anyways, right? I just want to be able to, set the beast so I can draw a couple cards. This can special summon from the deck too. I'm going to flip this face up. We'll see what I can get here. I got into a dragon. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Alright, and then the alpha can come down. I can search a winged dragon of Ra. And then I do have that extra normal summon there. Boom! The winged dragon of Ra comes in clutch here. Big time clutch, man. This is BA. Like trap BA too. Doesn't set all of his cards, man. I get it, because the Church Tribute's going to put in a lot of work. I can't activate anything, so... Well, I would have been able to if I was running the... this was before I was running the Water Shaddoll monster, so... Kind of showcases why I use that. Good for you for summoning this to your field. It's negated, so it doesn't really... I don't really care. I just needed the search effect. And finally, I can get something here. I can get the Alistair. It does have the Ash Blossom, of course. How cool would it be if there was a fusion between, like the Winged Dragon of Ra and Shaddoll Beast? That'd be sick. A Gamma. But I can at least go into a Construct now, so that was the cool thing about Gamma, is that it was a light target. And I get to use the effect again, because I destroyed it. I thought that was pretty funny. I did run Gravity Controller 4 times specifically for this interaction. It's actually not too bad. I mean, clearly you saw there. It helped me very easily go into the Shaddoll Schism. And now he can't special summon, so... Yeah. Sorry. This is a random deck, I suppose. I don't know what it is. Okay, so it's like a Lair of Darkness, looks like. Nope, it's Time Lords, of course. Of course it's Time Lords. Lightning Storms. Pretty good card. He did go for the Fleur. I'm surprised it wasn't like Last Warrior Remaining, to be honest with you. He'll negate the effects. It's fine. That's fine. And then we can go ahead and crash into each other so I can avoid the pop. Not that I didn't have any use anymore once it was negated. Pot of Duality comes down. That's interesting. This is like Time Lord's Burn. What is going on here? Okay. He ends up getting the Dogmatika punishment. Okay, not too bad. He uses it, which is kind of funny to me. Like, I mean, yeah, you're going to pop my board, but I guess it makes sense. Another Pot of Duality. Must be nice. I'm surprised he didn't grab... what's it called? Like Torrential Tribute. Isn't that like way better? Ring of Destruction. He's burning himself for a lot of damage, which is kind of funny. Ring of Destruction comes down. Like, I'm ahead of him in terms of life points, so like that's pretty cool with me. Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill. I'm gonna set that. I'll go ahead and flip this face up, draw a couple cards. We'll see what I can get into. Go ahead and pop the back row. Obviously, Shaddoll Fusion just isn't doing anything for me right now. I can pop this because he has no life points left. So, and I'll just attack for game. And last duel. I guess I had more than I thought I did. This is a rank 4 deck. Why not? Time Thief, Winder. I can't use Numbers Project or Protection. Numbers Protection. It's like an Omni Negate, but he does have the Solemn Strike. The App Clone can come down. I'll pop one of his back row. I will attempt to negate there. He's gonna actually discard, which I don't know. That's fine with me, man. I can send the Dear Servant. Pop the last back row. Special summon the Ecclesia. Ecclesia can search me the Maximus. Maximus can go ahead and banish. I can send a couple cards. Although there just isn't going to be a next turn. I don't even want to see if he has a Christmas package. No need at all. That was a good way to end it. I love the Winged Dragon of Raw. So, other than that, that's going to do it for today's video. First, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.